What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Today, guys, finally, we're getting to the Vapor stuff. Today, we're going to do floor 80. I will go over the team and all of that good stuff as we're doing the run. But with no further ado, guys, let's get into this video. I got a lot of stuff to tell you guys, so I want to get into the run right away because sometimes it could take a little bit of time. So as we're doing the run, I will talk and we will go over everything. After the run, I will go over all the monsters and their runes. As you can see, this is pretty much as free to play friendly as it gets. Now, there is substitutions that you can make. Yaksha, you could use Arcanist. You don't necessarily need, an accuracy lead. You could ruin your monsters with accuracy, and then you could, put an HP lead and then ruin less HP and more accuracy on your monsters. It all depends on what you have in your box. It's all about team synergy. As you can see, my whole team, except for Yaksha, is giving my team more turns because the Ogre I do have on a stun set. But when you see these runes on these monsters, these runes are awful, garbage, hot garbage runes, guys. They are not good runes. So the reason I want to do common and hard separate, like in a series kind of way, is because hard, you need a little bit better stats than you do in common. So I feel like most players that start playing this game that are like free to play friendly, they've been playing for like a couple, like probably like 3 to 4 weeks. They're just getting into Vapor because you shouldn't be getting into Vapor to like, you start building your lair team, you're farming C10, all of that good stuff. So I feel like you're gonna have a couple of decent 5-star sets, is which all of these monsters have is 5-star runes. The only monster that has a berserk set is my swordsman, but it's a terrible berserk set. It's only because it was already on him when I started this video, and I forgot to change his runes around. And it's because I've been sick all day. I've been sleeping, and it's just I haven't been feeling too hot. My nose has been running like crazy. But this whole team is based around this Ogre here, and when you see there, like when he doesn't proc like a madman, things can go a little bad, and you can end up it's a little RNG based. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give the turn to him here to try to get his third skill back up as quick as possible. Now it is a little RNG based, yes, but I'm just trying to show you guys like the Ogre is totally craftable. Anybody can craft him. Swordsman was craftable up until yesterday, so most people should have the Swordsman now at this point. So I'm just trying to show you with this team that it's just based on what you have in your box and based on team synergy, and just to show you guys that like you don't, because everybody says, oh, you need 5 stars, you need full berserk sets, and it's just not true. It's just not true, guys. It's just really putting the time in and the energy into building a team like this, because it is a lot of work. A lot of people don't want to do it. You don't want to build harpies and ogres and windwalkers and all that stuff, but I promise you guys, if you put the time in, you get some synergy in your team. Because if you watch like my team here, my team takes so many turns and their team takes like no turns, and that's like the whole point of it. I always tell you guys, Vapor is about control, control, control. So as long as you're doing damage, and my damage in this team is debuffs, and as long as you're controlling them and doing damage, you are good to go, guys. You are good to go. That is the most important thing. You're taking turns away from them. I only have one stun set on this whole team, and it's on the Ogre, and it is hot garbage. The set is awful. I think his slot 6 is like hit percentage because it's the only rune that I had to put on him. That it's not even a full stun set. It's only like a 4-piece stun set. So again, all of these runes on all of these monsters are pretty much hot garbage. Wow, see, I haven't been feeling good. Hot garbage. So I just wanted to show you like as bare minimum stats as I could, just so you guys understand that. And I honestly believe that most people are gonna have way better stuff than I have on these monsters. So I feel like if I could do it with this team and these monsters, that pretty much anybody can do it, as long as you're willing to put the time in. I feel like you have to be willing to put the time in. You have to be willing to sit here and be willing to fail a couple times and do the run over and over again, and not just say, okay, I failed once, I can't do it. Because to be honest with you, this team can fail all the time. I'm not saying it's 100% success rate, but I am saying that the team can get the job done. So as long as you're willing to sit here, and put the time in and play it and try and keep going until you get it, I feel like eventually you will get it. You will come up with a team that works for you, that is, your speed, how fast you want it to be, or whatever it is. But eventually you will come up with a team, that works for you, that you're happy with, that, only fails, every now and then. Now, the Ogre is very RNG based, guys. You guys know that. Anybody that uses the Ogre knows that he is completely RNG based. Sometimes he procs, sometimes he doesn't. It all depends. So yes, I'm not saying this team is 100%. It is by no means 100%. And I'm hoping that we can get this on the first try here, so I don't have to like record this a million gajillion times. It's been pretty good. I haven't failed yet. All the way up until now, I haven't failed yet. The team has been doing very, very good. And I believe it's all because of team synergy, and because I take so many turns, and I take so many turns away from them. And I believe that's why the team does well. And like I said, anybody can craft the Ogre. The Ogre is completely free-to-play friendly, even for a free-to-play player, because he is craftable, and he's craftable by 3 stars. So yes, you know, you might have to grind the growth plan a little bit and do some summons to get the 3 stars, but eventually you will get the 3 stars because they're very common 3 stars, very easy to get. But pretty much every time the Ogre goes, you have to pray. You have to pray that he procs. Come on, procs. Get some stuns, get some stuns. Stuns. Wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I've had worse. He's done worse. Now, usually I either give the turn to my Ogre or I give the turn to my Swordsman, because the Swordsman gives my team more turns. And if I give the turn to the Ogre, it gets his second skill up faster. But for here, we're going to... I meant to give it to the Ogre. I slipped. I would have given it to the Ogre just to give him another turn, just to get back to his second skill faster, because that is the bread and butter of this whole team, is the Ogre's second skill. So just keep that in mind if you're using the Ogre. You want him, and he's not fully skilled up on his second skill either. I don't think any of these monsters are fully skilled up, guys, just so you know that as well. Nothing on this team is fully skilled up. Now, yes, Yaksha's burn spread helps a lot. Now, there is other monsters in the game that do it. There is the Arcanist. There is, I believe there's a 4-star that does it too. Now, you don't necessarily need that. I probably could get away without using it. It just makes it easier. It makes it faster. And it goes into my team synergy. So again, if you don't have Yaksha, there is other things you can do. There is other things you can use. It's just about team. It's really just about team synergy. It's just about, you know, building for what you don't have. So if you don't have an accuracy lead, you're going to use an HP lead. Then you're going to build your monsters with accuracy, and so forth and so forth. If you don't have defense, you're going to use a defense lead. It's just really going with what you have and what stats you don't have on your team, and that's the lead you're going to go with. And same thing with anything else on your team. But you definitely, like the Harpy, I believe, the Windwalker, the Swordsman now, because he was craftable. So I believe the only monster you really wouldn't be able to get on this team is Yaksha. I feel like she's the only one that you, like, some people wouldn't have. And she could be replaced for, like, Arcanist, Mountain King, just really anything, or anything else that does like an HP burn, Abyss Lord, anything that does, you know, anything that does HP burn or bleed, maybe Popo. You could switch her with Popo. I mean, there's so many switches you can make for her. So she does not make or break this team, guys. So just keep that in mind. It's just I have her. She makes things easier for me. So I'm using her, of course. I believe anybody would. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, so we are good now. Now we just have to get our health up, and we should be good to go here. Now, the problem is with Medusa, we have to hope for some procs. We need some procs right early beginning, because if we don't get some procs in the beginning, she is going to destroy us. We have to pray that the Ogre does his job this time. He hasn't been doing it for us quite yet. So we really need to hope. Let's get a heal up here. Was that a heal? That wasn't even a heal, was it? That was a crit. Oops. That's okay. Now, we made it to Medusa. What's very, very important about Medusa is that we get the Ogre to proc a couple times. We need him to get up like a couple HP burns here. It's kind of important. And that's where RNG comes into place, guys. That's where the RNG comes into place, is we need our Ogre to take a couple procs here. He hasn't been procking this whole round, this whole match. So hopefully now he's going to come through for us and he's going to proc. Anytime you use the Ogre and you use the second skill, you're going to pray to the Calibria gods that he procs. Because it's very, very important. Please, Ogre, please. Please give us some procs. Please. Please, not one. Couple more. Please. Couple more. Wasn't too bad, but that wasn't too great neither, to be honest with you. So what we're going to do here is, should we give it to the Ogre or should we give it to the Swordsman? Let's give it to the Swordsman. Let's hit her. Because, you know what it is, the Swordsman's always going to give your team more turns. So that's why I always like to give it to him. The turn. I mean, yes, giving it to the Ogre is good too, because let's see if we can spread these. That will help us a lot. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to try to stun her. Yeah, he's not proccing at all, guys. He is not proccing at all. So if we beat this, like, this is like insane. If we can get this done here, this is absolutely insane. Let's see if we get a slow up on her. Nope. Okay, that's good. That's good. That was okay. She didn't use her purge, which I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked that she didn't use her purge. Usually she uses her purge first turn. I'm really shocked that she didn't do it there. Let's see if we can get a bleed up. Okay. Okay, we're still okay here. We're still okay. I mean, we're not in the best of shape, but we're okay. Burn. Okay. Can we get a stun? Can we get a stun? Yes. Okay. So we're doing okay now. We're doing we made up for his no procking. Now remember, guys, a lot of you guys are gonna use this ogre, and he's gonna proc like 15 plus times, and this thing's gonna be done 1, 2, 3. It's just because we're recording, so of course they're gonna give us a hard time, and you know they're gonna make things difficult for us. Let's see if we get a defense breakup. Nope. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna give the turn to the swordsman. So even if he wasn't on a berserk set, our windwalker would be giving him so many turns, which gives the rest of our team more turns. As you can see, this is all about just giving our team as many turns as possible, and giving as many turns to the ogre as possible. So everything is done here. So we're gonna save our second skill, and we're just gonna hit the Medusa again and hope for a defense break, which we got. We're gonna, is this a heal or is this a, yeah, this is a heal. So we're gonna heal our windwalker. Okay, so now we got Yaksha. We got the, so we're gonna try to get another HP burn up. Nope. Everything is stunned, so we're just gonna hit her. Hope for some procs. Again, he's not proc. See, he's not procking at all, guys. Normally this ogre is procking like a madman, and he is not procking out. See if we can get a slow up. Good, we got the slow. Now we're gonna go right back into this. Now we're gonna try to stun her again. Try to keep her stunned. Perfect. You see, like all this control we have, guys. It's just a ton of control, ton of stuns, ton of turn meter increase. Let's see if we can get a bleed. Yes. Okay. Now the windwalker. We're back into the windwalker, which is more turns. Back to Yaksha. We're gonna try to get another HP burn up. We don't even necessarily need to use this here because she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's already got 9 up. We're going to use it anyways because he hasn't been procking anyway, so it doesn't really matter. See, he procced twice, so it really doesn't even matter at this point. Because we'll be able to get burns up through Yaksha's second skill either way. So we're just going to keep hitting Medusa here. We're going to hit her again. And then we're going to give another turn back to the swordsman. You see how this is working, guys? It's just, my team just takes so many turns. And if you notice, like, yeah, Yaksha's on the team, but she's not really, she hasn't really done that much for the boss stage, to be honest with you. She did a little bit help during the waves because she spreads the burn effect, but she hasn't been doing, like, you know, crazy amounts of work for us. Like, she doesn't make the whole team, guys. Now we don't need to use her burn spread yet. We could just hit Medusa again. This is actually going really well considering the ogre is not procking. But you see, easy peasy. The ogre didn't proc at all, guys, and we did it no problem. And it's just because of team synergy, guys. It was all about team synergy. It was all about giving our team more turns. So we're taking the Windwalker, giving turns to the Swordsman. The Swordsman was giving turns back to the Harpy and the Windwalker. And now when I show you these runes, guys, you guys are gonna say, like, wow, you guys are gonna be like, okay. And we're gonna use pretty much the same team on floor 90 and floor 100. The only difference is we're on floor 90 is we're gonna use Paladin probably instead of the either Harpy or Swordsman. I haven't decided yet, but that'll be tomorrow. The next day we'll get that video up. And then we'll do 100, and then we'll switch to hard, and we'll do the same thing in hard, guys, just so I can show you guys that this stuff can be done without 5-star monsters. All of these gacha games, guys, are built to be able to beat these things without using, you know, all 5-star monsters. So we're gonna go back here quickly, just so we can go over the team. I can show you the runes and all that stuff. So we'll start with Yaksha first. And as you can see here, guys, purple runes, 5-star purple runes. Just speed, HP, and attack, just basic stuff, guys. These are all 5-star runes for the most part. There's a couple 6 stars here and there, but nothing crazy, guys. Nothing crazy. See, that's a 6-star, but it's flat HP, hit percentage, resistance, and attack. It's a blue rune, and it's just garbage. It's just a garbage rune. So, again, 5-star defense, crit rate, speed, and attack. Hit percentage, crit rate, and attack. And then HP, hit percentage, crit rate, and speed. As you can see with Yaksha, we went for a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of hit percentage because we have her lead, and that's really the main reason that I'm using her is for the hit percentage lead. Now, if I didn't have her, I would use like an HP or a defense lead. Instead of going, you know, HP on slot 6, I would go hit percentage slot 6 just to make up for the hit percentage that we didn't have. And it's all, again, it's just all about team synergy. I'll show you the skills just in case anybody has her and they want to build this exact same team. These are the skills that we're using on her. Okay. That is our Yaksha. Now wait till you see this Harpy. Wait till you see this Harpy. Bare minimum, guys. Bare minimum. No skill up. She is not skilled up at all. I have another Harpy that's skilled up, but I chose to use this Harpy with no skill ups just to show you guys that common Vapor, you don't really need crazy runes or crazy stats. You can do it pretty much with the bare minimum. So that's really what I want to show you guys with this, with this series. And that's why it kind of took me a little bit of time to get this series up. And the fact that I haven't really been feeling too great. I hope this passes soon. My nose is like so stuffy. I feel like I'm talking funny. But here we go. Let's check out the runes. Again, just speed resistance, only level 6. Speed slot 2. Speed, HP, attack. If you notice, like all these runes are the same. Speed, HP, defense, attack, speed. It's just the basic stats that we need to pass through. HP, slot 4. HP, attack, speed, and resistance. And this rune is total garbage. And then here we go. Defense, HP, speed, and defense. It's like all of these stats are like just exactly the same. Now, Windwalker, you guys always see my Windwalker. She's just my regular Windwalker that I always use. That's why she's skilled up, because I use her everywhere. If you have Windwalker, use her. She is amazing all over the game. So she obviously has good runes because I use her everywhere. I think I switched this rune recently because it was 13 speed. And the other rune I had on her was only 10 speed. So I had switched it recently. And then we got defense. Speed, HP, attack, defense. Speed, defense, attack, HP. Attack, speed, crit damage, and hit percentage. Now, as you can see, Vapor is always the same. It's just HP, speed, attack, and defense. That's all you're looking for. Now, wait till you see this guy's runes. Now, yes, he does have a stun set, a desperation set on him. When you see the runes, you guys will completely understand. Flat HP, regular HP, hit percentage, crit damage. Just basic. Slot 2, 5-star. HP, flat defense, flat HP, and crit rate. Garbage. Slot 3, speed, defense, resistance, crit damage. Garbage. Slot 4, defense, resistance, attack, defense, flat attack. Again, just complete garbage. Just the only stun runes I had. I only had 5 stun runes, and I really thought it was important to have him on a stun set. So I just threw the runes on him and prayed for the best, and it actually worked fine. So, hey. Then we got defense, flat defense, hit percentage, and HP. And hit slot 6. Guys, wait till you see the slot 6. Hit percentage. And now you guys know I hate hit percentage slot 6, but it is the only stun rune that I had, and I didn't have any other ones for any other slots, so I had to put this one on him. So he's got 21 defense. Thank God, he's got 21% defense, but speed, HP, and resistance. But if you look at his overall stats, it's pretty garbage, guys. It's pretty garbage. I feel like this is really the bare minimum. I'll show you his skills. Now, anybody can craft this guy. His second skill is not skilled out. I'm still missing a cooldown, so instead of 3 turns, it's still 4 turns. And I'm missing some extra trigger rate. So maybe that's why he's not triggering as much as he should be. His first skill, everything went into his first skill, of course. When you want it to go into the other skills, it always goes into the first skill. And wait, I showed you hers. Did I show you Harpy's skills? Show you Harpies. Now, I use this one because it gives me more turns. Now, I know they have the other one where it decreases skill turns. I'll show you here. Sometimes I explain things wrong. This one here, Siren's Blessing, reduces all cooldowns by 1 turn and grants some haste for 1 turn. This cannot reduce your own cooldown. You can also use that one. It's really up to you. It depends on what team you're using and how many turns you're giving your team. For me and this team, I like to have this because it keeps boosting my turn meter between the Windwalker, the Swordsman, and her. It's just 3 separate turn meter boosts, and I feel like that gives my team just constant turns. So that's why I like to use her with that skill, but I think you can get away with using the other skill as well. It's up to you. Depends on your runes. Now, if you're using, like look at these runes, guys. If you're using, 6-star good runes, I'm sure you can get away with a lot more than what I'm getting away with here. It's just I was really trying to show you guys the bare minimum. Now, again, if you look at the Swordsman stats, they're garbage. They're not good stats. Yes, he is on a Berserk set, but again, I used him in other places in the game, so it just so happened that he had a Berserk set on him. The only good runes is the counter set that's on him. It's hit percentage, speed, attack, flat HP. And you could also probably run full counter on this guy, which would be fine. Just run him super tanky, like HP, or HP defense. So this way he could take a hit then they'll hit him and he'll just keep counterattacking. So you can also probably run him on a full counterattack set, which you can also get from C7, and you can also get a basic berserk set from L7 as well. So I feel like one berserk set on the team is still very free to play, because I feel like any free to play player is going to come across at least one berserk set, which is 4 pieces. I feel like anybody can come across it. Like, again, this is a blue rune, is attack, speed, crit rate, flat, flat. So I feel like, again, these runes are complete garbage. Speed, crit rate, defense, and attack, garbage. And then crit rate slot 4 is always garbage. You never want to run crit rate slot 4. But crit damage, speed, defense, HP. Then we got slot 5, speed, crit rate, crit damage, flat defense. It's decent, but then here, blue rune, attack, HP, crit damage, resistance, defense. Again, just basic berserk runes. I feel like anybody can get these berserk runes, and if you don't have the berserk runes, you can get away with running a full counterattack set on him, I believe, or just a really fast swift set. You can run agile, just get him plus 200 speed with a lot of crit rate, and then he'll take a lot of turns either way. Because you got to remember, mine is so slow. He's only 148, so yes, he is on a berserk set, but if I had him on like a 200 plus agile set, he'd be doing the same exact thing. So it's really up to you guys, and based on the runes that you have at the time and what you're farming, what you're using. But again, I feel like this is really the bare minimum. I feel like this is very bare minimum. So that's level 80, guys. We will get into, this is already, I was going to do another floor for you guys, but this is already 21 minutes. So we're definitely going to have to break this up into 3 series. So next in this series, either, what's today? Today's Wednesday night. So Thursday, probably Thursday, tomorrow night, we will do 90. We'll do 90 tomorrow night, and then we'll do 100, and then we'll switch over to hard, because hard is going to be a little bit different of a team. We're probably going to end up going with like Alice and the Centaur Paladin, but we'll get into that another time. But I feel like this is such a free-to-play friendly team. I'm pretty sure you can switch her out for like this, an Una, because now what the Una is going to do is the Una is going to have this skill here, which is going to give you more turn meter again. So now you have, 4 things on your team giving you turn meter, so which is just going to give you Ogre more turns. So I feel like Yaksha is very replaceable. And I feel like Una would actually be a very good replacement for her. Yes, we'll go with that. We will say you can definitely replace Yaksha for Una. So if you don't have Yaksha until you put, or Arcanist. Arcanist would actually be the best. But I know if you don't have Arcanist, you can use Una. So we'll say Una, Arcanist. This way you can use the same team. Obviously, if you have Medusa, you would put Medusa there. Obviously, we're not using Medusa because we're trying to do this totally free to play. You can use a Mummy on a stun set. Instead of Yaksha, you can use this Mummy on a stun set. And where is my Arcanist? Oh, there she is. I want to see what her lead is. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to use that as the lead for sure. Wouldn't want to use that neither. The only problem with this is, you wouldn't have a great lead. That's the only thing. You could probably use this as the lead. But you can definitely run this here because she has attack down too. The Arcanist has attack down. But I believe like Una would be very good for this team. I believe you can run this team right here with Una. And so if you don't have Yaksha, I would run Una personally. And I feel like this team would work just as good because Una is going to give you that turn meter boost. And Yaksha does not give you a turn meter boost. She just gives you more accuracy, and she spreads the debuffs. But Una is going to give you more turns, which is going to give you more debuffs. Again, it's just all about team synergy, guys. All about team synergy. All depends what you have in your box. I mean, if you have Abyss Lord, obviously you can use Abyss Lord. If you have Popo, you can use Popo. Anything that puts up more debuffs or gives you more turns, you could switch Yaksha with. So you don't absolutely need Yaksha. Don't think you need Yaksha. You can switch her out for whatever it is you have in your box. It's just I like Yaksha for this team. I think she works really well in it. So that's why Spaceballs went with Yaksha. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I hope this is helping you. We're going to get to level 90 next, and then we're going to go through all of them. We're going to do this for every single, for floor 80, 90, and 100 on common and hard. Just hoping that this helps like newer players, maybe helps people that are stuck, people that are trying to like get a team with team synergy. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. The support has been amazing. You guys know that. I love you. We do have a giveaway going on now, so if you're not a part of the giveaway, make sure you go down to the description and you get a part of the giveaway. It is our 600 sub giveaway, and I cannot thank you guys enough for it. Also, make sure you're subbing and liking on all my videos to be a part of our random giveaway. But as always, guys, I love you. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.